We're gonna do top winter baits. Out at the pond today. I did this in my room last night and I hated the video. Like, I do not like videos in my room. I don't know why. I feel like this is an outdoor channel, so you're getting the outdoors, even though it's -47. It's not really that cold. It's only like 45. But the wind's kind of blowing, and it's kind of cold, and it's kind of irritating. I'm one of them southern people that do not like the cold. I like it, but it's not cold enough to do what I want to do yet. So we're just going to start this video before I start talking about everything else instead of what I need to be talking about. So we're just going to get into it. These are the spinnerbaits I would throw this time of year. If they get really finicky, you might want to just slow roll them. You know, the bass get to where they don't really want to feed as often, so normally this bigger one works pretty well. Okay, so, whoops. So we moved locations because that bench has like briars and stuff all over it, and this is just easier. So, top winter baits, right? So this is my winter box. I'll take my chapstick out. I threw it together last night because I had a whole bunch of stuff in here that I didn't need. So I took all of that stuff out. So I guess we're just gonna go compartment by compartment. There's really no specific order as to which one. There's my phone again. As to which one works better, but we're just gonna get into it. So right here I have my rattle traps, or rattle trap like baits. Not all of these are rattle trap brands. Well, most of them are, except for this one. And they're all stuck together, yay! Story of my life. All of my baits are stuck together. Wow. Okay. So my favorite one of all of these would have to be this little gold rattle trap. This is my dude. There's a particular pond where I live that you cannot catch anything in. I don't know why, but every time I've ever been there, I've not caught a thing. So I caught a 5-pounder on this bad boy. So I don't really like throwing rattle traps just because I'm more of a chatterbait, jerkbait, big worm type person. But this is a great one to use, this gold color. Depending on whether I use gold or like chrome is honestly depending whether it has clouds or not. Usually when it's really sunny, I like to throw this gold one, and when it's really cloudy, I like to throw this one, or this little guy. I don't know why it works out that way. It just does. I seem to find that things that work for me don't really work for anybody else. I don't know why this pond is an exception. I've only caught one fish on this pond with a rattle trap, and that was this dude. And that was like 5 or 6 years ago. Me and my dad used to go all the time, and he got tired of me throwing like little crappy jigs, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna try to get you into bass fishing. So he gave me this one, and I caught a 2 or 3 pounder. I'm not sure, it was a long time ago. Then I caught like a very large crappie on this thing. So I guess it's a multi-species thing again. So You can try to throw the little ones if you're just strictly like panfish fishermen, or whatever else. So the next three, I don't know if you can see this, but the next three compartments are square bills. I love throwing square bills, okay? So my favorite square bills, my favorite one of all time, 6th Sense Movement 80X. This guy right here is bad. This is the craziest lure I've ever seen. I've never seen a curved square bill before. Most of my square bills look like, if I can get it out, look like, you know, the traditional square bills. Really the only square bills that I buy are Strike King, and 6th Sense. So I got this one in my local tackle box last month. I haven't had a chance to throw it, but this little dude's bad too. This is the sunfish color. You see how flat it is on the sides? This is the flat 75 version. It's another paint job, good paint job. If you don't have you know, bluegill or anything, you can use a perch color like this little guy. This is the Bandit, I believe. This dives 35 feet. Most of mine dive 35 feet. Don't really want to go anything over that unless I'm at the lake. I have a couple big ones for the lake. And then the last color of a square bill that I would throw is crawfish. This is a Bagley. I got this in my Lucky Tackle box last month also. Nice little crawfish pattern. And then I have this one. This is a Lucky Craft. It's like a matte. It's got like a matte finish to it. It's really cool. It's just a 1.5. I don't know if you can see the matte finish on it or not, but it looks really, really good. So that'll do it for the square bills. Another thing, I don't know if anybody's tried this or not, but you know, people try to talk you down about things. Like, oh, don't throw that, it's not going to catch anything. Or, you're not going to catch a pond fish with that. Okay, let me just tell you something. Because half of these people that told me this watch my videos. I'll just have you know that spoons do work in ponds. If I had a fishing pole with me right now, I would show you that I could just throw it out there and catch fish right now. This little dude, I don't know what the name brand of it is, but it's called the Sidewinder. Great little lure. Just great little lure. I just got it just being nosy, because I was going to take it to the lake, and I was like, I'm going to throw it in the pond. Then somebody tried to discourage me, tell me that the spoon wasn't going to work in the pond, and they just happened to be right there while I was catching fish. So that'll do it for the spoons. I have another one, but it's tiny. Then we'll just go to the crankbaits. This one, this one is a Bandit. Looks like a crappie. And it's got little specks on top. It's got the yellow belly. I want to say this one dives from 4 to 6 feet. No, this one's 35 feet. Yeah, 35 feet. Got a lot of crappie in my pond, so I got that one. And then I got, if I can get it out. doesn't look like I'm gonna, okay, there we go. So, this is a Strike King crankbait. This little guy dives from, I think, 8 to 12. My pond is 14 foot deep. So I like this little guy. I'll go out in the middle and throw it around sometimes. It's a bluegill pattern. You know, I have a chartreuse pattern right there. I don't really throw crankbaits too often, but when I do, I stick to bluegill and shad patterns. I've seen like crawfish crankbaits before, and I've never really tried them. As far as like regular crankbaits go, I have them in square bills because I've caught fish on them. So if you've ever thrown crawfish crankbait like this style in your pond and caught some decent sized fish, drop a comment. Next compartment, it would be top water. So you could throw something like this, grass burner. You know, buzzbait. This white buzzbait does really well in the winter time for me. This little buzz frog. I haven't thrown this little dude in a while. Little buzz frog. It's a great little lure. You can put any frog on it. This is just a little rabbit frog. You can put any frog on it, it just comes off like this. You just twist it on there. So that would be the most I would throw. Maybe like a spook or something. Also, you could try. Next, we'll go to the jigs. I got a bunch of jigs. We're just gonna go through the types, and I'll just show you a couple of them. So, starting out with finesse. You know, you got a little Strike King bitsy jigs. It's a bitsy flip. I can't remember what this one is. That's bitsy something. But you know, you could go with, you know, black and blue, green pumpkin, peanut butter and jelly, and then this is a weird jig, but I saw it on Tackle Warehouse last year and I just had to buy it. And honestly, I haven't ever thrown it, but it just looks really cool. It's called a spider jig. And the color is avocado, if you're wondering. If you just go on Tackle Warehouse and type in spider jig, this little dude will come up. This is a cool jig. It's like finesse, because finesse jigs, you know, they're halfway up top, half up bottom, and it just hangs over like that. So when you're coming through, it's just doing all kinds of just weird, wild stuff. And I like it. So that's that. Going back to the spinnerbaits, you can throw chatterbaits. Yeah, this is green pumpkin. White. I also like to throw the obnoxious yellow-green pattern. It's called the frog pattern, I think. Or frog color, sorry. But that's a good one. Back when I first got started bass fishing, I threw that frog colored. I just lost the word. Chatterbait. Frog colored chatterbait, sorry. I'm all over the place this morning. Frog colored chatterbait, I caught that, it's 5, but I thought it was a 6-pounder, because, you know, I didn't have a scale. It was my first real big fish. You know, I was little, I didn't really know any better. So I was telling everybody I caught a 6-pounder, but when I caught more of my bigger fish, I realized it was more towards a 5 than it was a 6. So, you know, technically my first PB was a 5. So that little chatterbait did well, and it was like dead summer when I caught that. But I've caught fish in the wintertime on a chatterbait. You see flare throwing them all the time. So, in little ponds, I just work. So the next type of jig I would throw is, before it gets too cold, you can try throwing a little swim jig. This is the all-terrain tackle bluegill colored swim jig. You got Nichols Lures swim jig. And then of course you got the 6th Sense. This is a finesse swim jig. As far as swim jigs go, you can put a swim bait style trailer on. You could throw like the, what's some things called? Rage Tails? Menace. The Rage Menace. You can throw the Rage Menace on the back of a swim jig. And you make sure you pull the little appendages apart so it flaps. I've even seen people throw like little worms on the back of swim jigs. I've never tried it, but I've seen people have success on that. So you could try it if you want to. Let me know how it works out for you. Because I'll be throwing jerk baits. So the last type of jig you could throw would be like a little structure jig or a football head. We'll use this one. So I have a lot of trees in my pond. When I go out in the boat, I'll just drop it straight down. Hop it up and down. You know, this is a Missouri crawl color. With the structure jigs, you know, it's got rattles on it. Beat it up against that piece of wood right there. And then football jig. You drag it. You can either hop it. I know I look ridiculous right now, but you can sit there and hop it along the ground, or you can just, you know, slowly drag it. And when you're slowly dragging it, these little crawl appendages are just going to sit there and do like this. Or, you know, when you're hopping it, it's going to flare the skirt, and the trailer is going to kick its little legs. So that's how you could fish something like that. Really good Arctic Tundra cold bait is a football jig. Last year, in the dead of winter, like we were having a little bit of snow, a little bit of like sleet, a little bit. Actually, I had like a minor ice storm. As windy as all get out. It was like 20 miles per hour winds. Dropped the jig down. Caught like a 3-pounder. You know, any day is a good day when you're catching 3+ pounders. So, my favorite wintertime hard bait would be, you all know, the jerk bait. So I got a couple of styles. I'll just show you real quick and then we'll get to the plastics. Livingston is my primary jerk bait of choice. This is the 121. Dives 3 to 5 feet, I believe, or 2 to 4. This is the Money Gill color. Love this little jerk bait. I'll throw a white one if I can get it out. I'm really digging these 6th Sense jerk baits as well. I may start buying some more of them. This is a French Bone Pearl color. You know, just a white. You could get a perch. You could get, like I said, you get a crawfish. They make crawfish jerk baits. Shad. This will be a perch jerk bait. If you're not catching anything on the big ones, like if they're short striking it, you can go down to this little, I don't know if you would call it like a finesse jerk bait or something, but this little Rebel jerk bait. I've caught crappie on those. And then even you can get the jointed jerk baits. This is a Rapala. I haven't thrown it yet, but it seems to have a weird, I don't really know how it would work in the water, but it seems pretty cool. You know, it's just in a shad pattern. So you can throw that as well. If I can get it back in the box. Okay, so that's it for the hard baits. Like I said, I'll just show you the box again in slow motion just so y'all can look around, because I didn't really show you everything. I don't really want to make this video too long. I know it already is because I'm rambling again. So I'll just show you the box again, and then we'll just get into the solid plastics.
We could have had it. You had my heart and you played it to the beat, baby.
Alright, what's up YouTube? So we're back with top winter baits. We're gonna start off with the Texas rig. That's my favorite way to fish for bass in all year round, actually, not just the winter time. So one would be the Old Monsters. You know, you would just use a standard hook and weight. So, you know, I like using EWG hooks, and then you just weight with that. A big 10.5 inch worm will do the trick. You know, you could use the Mag 2s or whatever other brand you use. I like using Zoom. Zoom or net bait, really, because I've gotten really big in the net baits. They're much cheaper and they're just as well built, in my opinion, and you get a couple more, I think. Next one would be just a plain worm. This is a Magnum Swamp Crawler. As you can tell from the package, it looks just like a little earthworm. Really the same way you would throw the EWG, or you could use a straight shank, offset, whatever, offset straight shank, like that. You could use, where's that thing at? I don't see it, but you know, Texas rig, weighted or non-weighted, I've caught on both. And then finally for the Texas rigs, Senko. Definitely weightless. I've weightless Texas rig Senko. It's pretty much a go-to for most of the people that I know. Most of you probably do this as well, so probably don't need to explain much on that. If I do need to explain it, please drop a comment, DM me, whatever. I'm all for teaching. Just don't really have a lot of time. I don't really want to make this video too long. So next thing would be shaky heads. So 3 types of worms you could use for a shaky head. You know, you can use many more. I just picked out 3 to not make the video too long. So you could use Magnum shaky heads. This is what they look like. Fat on top, skinny on the bottom. Like I said in my last unboxing video, I showed y'all those. Next thing you could use is a trick worm. You know, you could use the trick worm as a Texas rig also. I just picked it better for the shaky head. Standard colors, green pumpkin, watermelon, and June bug. And then the last one would be this shaky snake by Berkley. You can use, like I said, a jig head. So, jig head like this. Or you can use, I really like the Owner shaky heads. They're expensive, but I like them. You know, you can use, I got this green color, and then I think they have a black. And then they have like just a regular gray color. You know, your preference, or you can get these, ow. You know, strictly for your amusement, I purposely hook myself in every video, as y'all can tell. So, this is a, I literally just forgot. Wow. Did Today's not my day. War Eagle. These are War Eagle shaky heads. You can get them at Walmart. They're like $5 for a 5-pack. They're pretty good. I like to throw them as well. Alright, next would be the all-famous Ned-Rig. So I just picked two. You know, you got the big TRDs. This is my favorite color, the Molten Crawl. And then you have the Finesse. I got 2 packs in 1 pack. So I don't have to carry 2 packs around. I think this is Copper Truce, and then this is Green Pumpkin Orange if you're looking for a color reference. Great baits. And then of course, you would throw them on the little Ned heads. So you could have the big one or even the small one. I use the big one for the bigger TRDs and the small one for the smaller TRD. The big one was a Nichols brand. Yeah, Nichols Lures brand. And then the small one's just the regular Z-Man brand. Wacky rigged. The Wacky Rig finesse worms. So, like this dude, you just do it in the middle. And then of course, the standard Senkos. So, wacky rigging. This is what I use. I use these little itty bitty little hooks. I don't even know if you can see that, but teeny tiny hooks. Or where's that? This dude right here. This is a pre-rigged something I just brought to show y'all. For the Gary Yamamoto's, I do not use the weighted jig head. I find that the Yum Dingers work better with them. So this is a Yum Dinger, and it looks like this in the water. I think, maybe, yeah. I'm pretty sure when it goes down, it's doing this. Very good bite getter there. And then Drop Shot. Super Ultra Finesse Tactic. Drop Shot. I'm not very good at it, but I'm just going to tell you what I know. So, of course, when you get a drop shot, you got to have this little hook. Teeny tiny little hooks. Okay, so you got that. Or you can use these little spin shots. Spin shots probably work a little better. But I completely understand if you cannot afford the spin shots because they are ridiculously priced at like $6 for a 4-pack. I understand the whole marketing scheme of, you know, you gotta make money, but $6 for a 4-pack is kind of ridiculous. So that's just my 2 cents. Also, with the drop shot, you got to have drop shot weights. Here is 3 different drop shot weights. One's this really obnoxious one, and then they got the little 1/8 ounce, 1/4, and I'm pretty sure this is the 1/8 ounce too. You know, you got the cylinder types, and then you got the I guess the teardrop types, and then they make the little ball types. So you know, whatever you prefer. Drop shots. So you would put the hook up top, tied to your first little circle, and then you put your leader, not your leader, your line coming from the hook to the weight in the bottom hole, you know, and then you just pick out your little bait to put on there. So I picked out a couple. You could use finesse worms. You know, if they're too big, you can cut off half of them. These little 4-inch Senkos work well. You can also put the little jig heads on these 4-inch Senkos. Hop them up and down like a Ned rig. Then I've seen people put lizards and brush hogs on drop shots. Not really sure how that works, but I was told to tell you that by a friend. I was told to add this in a video. Brush hogs or lizards you can put on drop shots. I ain't never did it, so I'm trying to figure out what else to say. So that would be it for the soft plastics. Once again, like I did with the hard baits, I will go over them in slow motion so you can see my colors and everything else. And you can take this video, you can show your friends. You can maybe go catch some fish on these items. And I wish you all the luck in the world. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you these baits. Alright y'all, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping I'm getting better at the whole, being me thing. Trying really, really hard. Because it's weird holding this camera up and talking. But, you gotta do it to learn. And you gotta make mistakes to get better. So, this is me making mistakes. Maybe if I get big, I'll look back at this and I'll just laugh. I like to do a lot of laughing. So, how about this? In the comment section, tell me your funniest, favorite fishing fail, mistake, whatnot. Drop it in the comments. I'll pick one to put in my next video, which is just gonna be an unboxing. So you'll do that. And we'll just start doing this. I want to interact. If you have a YouTube, show everybody else your YouTube. So, give love to get love. So, as always, keep positive vibes. Do not let anybody bring you down. If you like fishing and making videos, just do it. I'm a shy little person. I'm about 5'5". I'm little. And I really just don't talk that much until I get to know people. So, I feel like I'm trying to talk to y'all like I would if y'all were right here. So, I hope I'm doing that. I hope I'm learning. Wash the truck. Looks pretty good. So, we'll see y'all in the next time. Thanks for watching.